And like 3 days later, a popcorn kernel just come off between your teeth. You're like, what's that? I mean, it's like, hey.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What's happening, everybody? And once again, it's time for At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside my tag team partners, the usual cast of characters. We're talking about Aggie P is most definitely in the house. He's the man that brings Ag swag to the show each and every week. Repping Aggie Nation. Aggie P, what's up?
Hey, man, Aggie Pride is still nationwide, Big T.
Absolutely nationwide. Love it. Then we got the man that is the biggest Eagles fan on the show. He also likes those garbage Lakers. I'm sorry, but that's what they are this year. And and he's got this spinner championship belt. I didn't see you on Raw last night. How did you win that belt? I question the validity of this title that you have draped over your shoulder. Anyway, we're talking about Birdman, the one and only. Bird, what's up?
Thank you all to the Tunnel Crew. Because of your support, I'm graduating this Thursday in my second degree. So thank you.
There you go.
Right.
Do it, baby. Do it. And then we got a man that is confusing me because he's a Dodgers fan, but he's sitting here with his Braves shirt on. I don't understand.
I like that. Ronald Acuña Jr.
Okay. All right. We're talking about our numbers guy, our baseball expert, none other than Stats is in the house. Stats, what's up?
Hey, I got love for everybody. It's baseball season. I got popcorn stuck in my teeth. I love all the things.
There you go. And then our favorite guy that can't see. He's our number one guy on the show that's blind as a bat, can't see a thing. I don't know how he gets through the show every week. Of course, everybody, all the listeners, you know we like to refer to him as blind as a bat. Radar Charles is in the house. Radar, what's up?
You know what, Big T, narrow is the way when we come to play here with the Tunnel Crew, man. You know, I love being here with the guys.
There you go. I love it too, man. Hey, and together we are the Tunnel Crew, as Radar Charles just said, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. Coming up tonight on this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we're going to talk a little Kentucky Derby upset. CP3's family got harassed. You know, I mean, I just can't believe the fans are going crazy like this. And we're also going to talk NBA MVP. An MVP was crowned this week, so we'll talk about that. Also got a little baseball talk with our man Stats. And we got all of that and much, much more coming up on this edition of At Home with the Crossover. But first, we start with the hot topics. It's the hottest stories in sports. May not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And we open our hot topics with the NBA playoffs. The playoffs are, you know, they are hot and heavy because 3 out of the 4 series are now tied at 2 games apiece. And it didn't look that way when some of these series started out. But last night, you had Memphis without Ja leading Golden State for pretty much the entire game. Golden State didn't take the lead until 45 seconds left. And Golden State, they were up, Memphis was up 93-90 with just, I think, a little over a minute left to go. And Golden State went on an 11-5 run to close the game out and go up 3-1 in the series. Check this out, y'all. 269 times in the history of the NBA playoffs, a team's been down 3-1. Only 13 times so far has a team come back from a 3-1 deficit. So, in other words, you go down 3-1, you pretty much might be finished. You know, you might be toast. So Steph Curry scored 32 points, had 18 in the fourth quarter. and he became only the first player ever in NBA history to have 500 plus 3-pointers made in a career. So there you have that. Klay Thompson scored 14 points, so he got a little bit of help from the man Klay, but not much. He did most of the damage by himself. And this is a funny story, y'all. Mike Brown, he was hired by the Kings this week, was on his way to the stadium when he was told, hey, yo, by the way, coach, before you leave to go take over the Kings job, we're going to need you to coach this playoff game tonight because Steve Kerr had to enter the health and safety protocols because of testing positive for COVID. So, Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on the Warriors going up 3-1? And hey, I picked John the Grizzlies, and looks like I made a mistake because it's.
I mean, Big T, John's not playing though.
Yeah.
And still, the Warriors struggle with him on the bench.
They did. They really did.
So if we can rewind a little bit, if you'd have had John last night, that might have turned out in Memphis' favor. So
you're right.
A loss is a loss, but we're trying to look at the big picture here. To me, I don't think the Warriors are playing that good of basketball, or either Memphis is just that good. I don't know. I want to hear from the Tunnel Crew. I mean,
if I may jump in here, those are some physical guys with Memphis. Yeah. You have Steven Adams, then you have Jaren Jackson, and then you have the young guy Cam Johnson.
Yep. Yeah.
And then your guards, you already know how physical they play. And they're letting them play, so for them to be in the games and them to go on that stretch when Ja was hurt at the end of the season, that showed me those guys can make some moves.
Yeah, that's true. True. So maybe it is Memphis is just that good, even without Ja. Okay.
So what you're telling me there sounds like my pick might not be dead, even though only 13 teams have come back from 3-1. I might still have a chance we get a healthy Ja on the court, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, Big T.
Oh, man, okay.
Or if he don't return, I mean, they led.
Yeah, they did.
It was right there. Everyone entered that game probably thinking, oh, they get ready to get blowed out of this and that. The Warriors was a little
shaky.
Yeah, right. So we'll see, Big T. Don't give up hope, man.
Hey, and Ja did score 47 in what was it, game 2, whatever. He did score 47. So, if you can get him back on the court healthy, then who knows?
That's right.
And this is when stars step up. This is when players are made right here. Jaren Jackson has been playing huge.
Yeah.
He's been giving Draymond Green what for. Yeah. He's been canceling him out, which a lot of teams aren't able to do a lot of times. He's a younger version of him. Yeah. Dare I say.
All right. Well, hey, Bird, Stats, your thoughts on this game, this series before we move on?
The Grizzlies are not dead yet, Big T. So I would give up on them.
Wow, y'all are making me feel good.
No, I wouldn't, because I'm like everybody's saying, you got Ja Morant, you got all these good young talented guys on Memphis, and you, like Aggie P's point said, the Warriors have struggled. I've seen the whole series throughout. They've struggled. Even last night, I saw that game. And Curry can only do but so much. Y'all forget that he's coming off of an injury, so he ain't going to be the Curry that we all are accustomed to. He's still dealing with that injury regardless of how many points he's putting up.
Well, so what did he – I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what did he shoot? He was like 4 for 13 or something like that, 4 for 15 from 3-point range the other night. That's not typical, Curry.
That's not Curry's game. Right. We all know that. Right. But again, I mean, I'm not making excuses. A win's a win and a loss is a loss, like Aggie said. But I mean, we do have to take that into consideration. Yeah. So, and then you got these referees, because they can make or break a game, like we've seen throughout the series. So
that series
doesn't make it any better.
That series has been terrible. I mean, between Draymond Green getting ejected. And then you had Dylan Brooks getting the flagrant 2, and he ended up breaking Gary Payton II's arm. I mean, and so he's out for the rest of the series, and that's their defensive stopper. So,
Right.
he was the guy that they were putting on jobs, giving job fits. So, and like I said, and then the refereeing has been real questionable. I mean, the stats, your thoughts before we move on?
I'm gonna stick to my prediction. I had the Warriors winning the series. I think it'll be 6 games. I'll give Memphis. I'll give Memphis. I'll give them one more game. That's it. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pretty firm there, Stat.
He says pretty firm.
Pretty firm.
But the funny thing is, I actually got you down as having the Grizzlies win the series based on last week. So
I messed up that.
I was gonna say you must be talking about. Hey, he must be talking about the conversations he's having off the air with friends and family. All right, so let's move on here. Also, last night you had the Celtics and the Bucks going at it, and Jason Tatum and Al Horford both put up 30 points in the game. They also got 18 from Marcus Smart and 18 from Jaylen Brown, and it was enough to overcome the man, Giannis, the MVP, his 34 points and 18 rebounds. They were able to overcome that and come back as they trailed pretty much the whole game, just like, Golden State did, but they managed to pull out a 116-108 victory. The series is now tied at 2. Amazing thing here. Horford went 11 for 14 on the game. That dude was a beast. They had no answers for him. And the amazing thing is, so far in this series, your man, Radar Charles, Giannis, averaging 32 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, he's having a huge series, but it wasn't enough to keep the Celtics from tying it up 2 games apiece. Everybody's thoughts on that series as we move on.
Let's not pretend like this isn't the same team that gave the LeBron fits right before he ran to the East Coast. and they're more mature now. And Horford has always been that third person to me.
Yeah.
And they went back and got him after they let him go. So I'm impressed with Boston. I know the young king, Giannis, is going to step up. It's all in competition, right, Aggie P?
The young king.
You made an inflammatory remark. I wanted to hold on now. I gotta stand by my man. Did you just say that LeBron has been given more fits by the Celtics? Did I hear that right?
Didn't he leave after that year? He almost lost to them, and then went and lost.
What is his career record against the Celtics? What is his career record?
He has
I believe he's won more. I believe he's won more games against the Celtics than he's lost.
That was
come on now.
Before Bird. I mean, that was after Bird, and he only lost one time to the big three with the Garnett and those guys. But at the same time, he still didn't get but one championship. Just one.
Say just one.
Just one.
And people try to devalue that by putting an asterisk beside it, talking about it was in the bubble.
Right.
It's in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, the 76ers, that series is tied at 2 apiece, and it didn't look that way at first. The Heat, absolutely destroyed them in the first couple of games. And, we talked about Doc Rivers and his bad decision-making, leaving Embiid in there in a 30-point blowout in the last series, and he got injured. But he surprised everybody, came back, played the last game, and, Harden – he's looking like an old man, 32 years old. He's looking like he don't have it. But then he came out in the last game and put up over 30 points and helped the 76ers knock the series up at 2 apiece. Are the Heat in trouble? I mean, to go from absolutely blowing them out to now they're tied, are they in a little bit of trouble here?
I think Harden is the key.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, if he can, I don't know, take some supplements, get some electrolytes, and come out and have a 30-plus game and then do his thing, he could be in trouble. But if he don't, Big T, the 76ers in trouble. Yeah.
He need to stay out the gentleman's club because I heard he has an affinity for the gentleman's club.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Shut them all down. Hey. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I heard that's one of his favorite spots. So,
And
uh, go ahead, Stats.
He might be staying out too late, missing shots the next day.
Exactly. Well, hey, we're going to talk more about this series, a little bit more about this series, but we're going to get into the big series because of what happened on Mother's Day with the Suns and CP3. And we'll talk about all of that and more on the other side of the break. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
What's so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Hey, catch all of the Tunnel Crew members. Aggie P representing Aggie Pride, Aggie Nation each and every week. He always sporting the gear, always repping Aggie Pride. TP as well, the queen, the doctor, the first lady, mama, the entrepreneur. She's, always repping Aggie Pride. Bird, got this belt on his shoulder. It's becoming a staple. And once again, I don't know how he won that, but
The Undertaker.
Oh, you beat the Undertaker. Okay, all right. Oh, you had to be somebody who was 80 years old, huh? And then we got Stats. Hey, if you want to know anything about baseball, Stats is your man. He can. I bet you I can just off the cuff give him anything, and he'll know it. But I'm not gonna put him on the spot. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see Blind Man Radar. He looked like he's staring into outer space, trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, catch every member of the Tunnel Crew every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about the show. And then on Thursday nights, you can catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. And that's Thursday nights at 7 p.m. So catch the Tunnel Crew twice a week, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live on YouTube, and Thursday night, 7 p.m. on WLJFradio.com. All right, let's get back into the hot topics. And before the break, we were talking about the 76ers Heat series. Any more comments on that before we move on? Oh, go ahead, Radar. Social media?
Social media.
There
I want
you
to
go.
give a shout out to B Wonder, B Smith, and Mitchell, and all the other people that always support us online. I just wanted to let y'all know that we still love and appreciate all the love you show us online.
Most definitely. Thank you. And
Thank you,
man, we love the support. We appreciate it. Please tell everybody you know about the show, because you won't have more fun than you do here. And as you probably can see, we love what we do, and we also bring a little bit of knowledge. I think everybody got a little bit, just a little bit, tiny bit of knowledge.
And Nisi Pfeiffer said, "What's up, too?"
Ah, yes.
Yes.
The Birdman knows who that is.
Yes. She told me to tell Birdman not to dare think about wearing that belt to church.
Hey, I'm surprised she didn't say, "Stop lying. You ain't beat the Undertaker."
Right. Hey, don't hit my baby.
Hey, on the video game he did. That's what it. I just figured out. On the video game. There we go.
There you go, Big T.
All right.
Mystery solved.
Okay, so any more thoughts on the 76ers Heat series before we move on to the big story from the NBA playoffs?
I'll say this real quick. It's a win-win for me because on the bracket, I picked the 76ers. On the show, I picked the Heat. So it's a win-win either way.
Goodness, boy, everybody is like double-minded. Well, the two young guys, let me say it, they double-minded. Man, come on, fellas.
Got a plan for a backup.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Dr. TP, she said, "What's up, fellas?" She said, "Tighten up, young men." She said, "Mama watching."
Mama is watching. That's right. Hey, these guys are like the dudes that have 100 brackets filled out during the NCAA tournament, you know? Hey, and if they get one bracket to get most of them, well, I picked them all. I did. Yeah, of course you did. Sure you did.
Right.
All right.
My defense. I had Kansas.
Yeah, you did. All right. So, hey, one quick thing before we move on from this 76ers Heat series. Ben Simmons. You know, they just announced that. Yeah, they just announced that he's gonna have back surgery, gonna be out for I think was it 3 to 6 months, and I'm just like, was this trade even worth it? You know, you got with the Nets. I mean, so you got Harden over here at age of 32, looking like an old man until that last game when he put up 31 points. But before that, everybody had him out of the league based on the way he was playing. And then you got Simmons over there, back surgery, going to miss the next 3 to 6 months. So I'm like, did anybody win that trade between those two teams?
I thought Ben Simmons' situation was mental health.
Well, it started off mental health, now it's back.
So I just want to know, is Ben Simmons and Kyrie first up? Because both of them know how to work the system and not work and still get paid. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, Big T. I'm sorry, man. These dudes, man.
They don't work. They don't have to.
They don't work, man. Everybody else is showing up to work daily. These dudes. Anyway, forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord.
But hey, Tony Crew, I got this to say about that. If a man don't work, a man don't eat.
There you go.
They still pretty good too.
They eat pretty good. They eat better. They eat better than we are, right?
They mean work as in go to the gym. We go to the gym, so we gotta eat good stuff.
All right. Well, let's move on to our final NBA playoff series before we jump into our other stories. There was an ugly incident that occurred this past Sunday, which was Mother's Day, of course. First of all, CP3 and the Suns, they lost their second straight game on the road to the Dallas Mavericks after being up 2-0 in the series. And the series is now tied at 2-2. CP3 only scored 5 points in game 4, but the biggest thing that happened in game 4 was his mother and his wife had a run-in with some fans at the game. They apparently they were a little bit tipsy, been drinking a little bit too much, and they harassed and physically handled, his mother. And they did all this in front of the kids. The kids, said that, they were shaken up by it. And as the person, it looked like a teenager, the Mavericks fan, as he was being escorted out after the ejection, CP3 was caught on somebody's cell phone yelling at him, "I'll see you later. I'll see you later." And then after the game, CP3 was quoted as saying, the NBA fines us for talking, to fans, but yet the fans can put their hands on our family members and they're okay with it. That's bleep, bleep, I'm not gonna fill in the bleep, but he wasn't happy about that. Tunnel Crew, okay, the series is tied. Luka Doncic is doing his thing. He's going off. But this incident right here was ugly. And I just want to get the Tunnel Crew's thoughts on what in the world is going on. We talked about fan situation a couple of years ago on the show with the fans doing a lot of stupid things. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on it?
It just proves why God stopped the world 2 years ago due to COVID and stuff. No, it really does, because this is entertainment at the end of the day.
Yep.
Not life or death.
That's exactly right.
And it takes away the interest of the game with stuff like this happening. We have a good series going on between two top tier teams in the West Conference. And when for a fan to do that, to not only do that on just a Sunday, but a day where we're celebrating God's greatest gift, Mother's
Day. Yeah.
Mother's Day. For this to happen during a great series, it just takes away and it diminishes everything that's happening right now in the series. And I don't like to see fans act out like that, because at the end of the day, again, it's all entertainment. It's not life or death.
Yeah. Anybody else? Stats, your thoughts?
I'm with Birdman. I think that when you talk about the NBA in particular, this is not the first time we've had issues in the last month in the NBA, because there was a game that got shut down, I want to say in Atlanta long ago, because of a bomb threat or something.
Yep, bomb threat.
I don't know if there's an issue with who the NBA is attracting into the arena or with the NBA as far as the policy being laid out before you get into the building. Do not act a certain way. When you go to ballparks, they have it laid out clear and plain for you.
Yeah.
If you act a certain way, we will remove you from the ballpark.
Yeah.
Same thing with NFL. So I don't know what's really going on with the NBA, but maybe they need to beef their security up. I'm not quite sure, honestly.
Yeah. And they let a bunch of thugs in the building.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe in Atlanta and Charlotte, maybe.
Hey, Radar and Aggie P, your thoughts?
Well, I guess I can applaud Chris Paul for keeping his cool.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I mean, I think verbally he got out, whatever, because that would have been Aggie P's. And my wife.
So we had a malice in the palace again.
Yes, sir.
Where you going, Aggie P? Where you going? The game ain't over, Aggie P.
Y'all please have to forgive me for saying this. I know this is not the proper whatever, but we draw the line right there.
Yeah.
Don't put your hands on my mother.
Hey, Big T, you know what I say? I'm like, he'll be back. Let's go. He'll be back.
Let him go.
Let him go. He'll be back. Let him get that off his chest.
But on a serious note, though, it's just ridiculous that this happens. I mean, your family can't even come to the game and enjoy the game with somebody doing stuff like this. And, like I think Stat said, maybe need to beef up security or something. I don't know, or put them in a certain section.
I was gonna say maybe have a family section,
right, or something that got security around this. It's a shame that we got to go to this, but see that we do, because people are doing crazy stuff.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, Radar, your thoughts before we move on?
Oh no, I pretty much chimed in.
You said you good.
Yeah,
all right.
I was just in support of holding him back, Aggie P, and then letting him go.
Okay, I got you.
Then let him go.
Turn him loose, huh?
Turn him loose.
All right. Well, hey, an NBA MVP was named once again, and that man is Joker. The Joker, Jokic. Was named MVP back-to-back years. He won it last year, becoming only the 15th person in the history of the league to win it multiple times. He also joined 3 other active players who have won it multiple times: LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Giannis, who won it the last 2 years prior to Jokic winning it. Giannis won it in 2019 and 2020. And now listen to these numbers, y'all. He became the first player in NBA history to have 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists in a single season. He also is the first ever to average 25 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists in a single season. And he led the NBA in triple doubles this year. So he had a great season. Man that finished second was Embiid. And of course, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. He became the first center to lead the league in scoring since Shaq did it in 2000. And he averaged 30.6 points per game. Everybody, your thoughts on Jokic winning the MVP once again, back-to-back years?
Well deserved. I mean, those numbers you just gave, Big T, I mean, improve it all for me.
Say when you're doing historic stuff, right? You know,
right. I mean, hey, I mean,
He
see, like he was leading in everything. So yeah, much deserved. Hats off to him.
Radar, you got. I know you don't want to give him praise because you're a Giannis guy, but you know.
I'll pass on this one. I'll pass. I'm biased, sir.
I'll give Giannis praise. It should have been him. It really should have.
Wow. Even with all the historical numbers, huh?
It should have been Giannis.
Okay. All right.
I was pulling for Embiid.
Yeah.
That's what I was pulling for, yeah.
And he was a close second. I mean, it's not like it was a landslide. So, you know, he definitely showed up. Hey, we got more coming up on the other side. Like I said, we're going to talk a little Kentucky Derby. We also got the NFL schedule release, and that's going to lead us into our question of the day. But first, want to let everybody know that you can catch us every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about the show. Then Thursday night, catch us on the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also go to the iTunes Store and Google Play and download the 100.7 WLJF app. And you can do that and listen to the show every Thursday night, 7 p.m. For the original Crossover Sports Show. When we come back, it's time for the question of the day.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Make sure you catch us every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel is the place. 7 o'clock is the time. And you can catch all the members of the Tunnel Crew, have fun, watch us laugh and joke, and let the joy of the Lord shine through as we present the sports news for the week to you. Then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., you can catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. And you can find it also online at WLJFradio.com. And you can also download the 100.7 WLJF app, which is available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. Okay, go ahead. Social media shout outs, comments, and everything. Radar Charles, we're going to turn it over to you. I don't know how you can read them, but go ahead and.
You know what? I'm gonna disregard that last remark you just made there. Anywho, Small Wonder happened to say what's up to everybody. B. Smith said what's up. And TP is online trying to do my job from home. I don't know why. He trying to do my job. I said, come on, back up a taste now.
I say don't do that.
This right here. I'm trying to tell everybody, give me some feedback on the question of the day. Big T like to switch it up on Aggie P. You know what I mean? Like he like to switch those tacky hats up.
I got my old man hat on tonight.
he got his deacon hat on tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I gotta keep you on your toes, Radar, man.
I appreciate that.
Especially knowing you can't see. If I trip you up, then you might fall over and fall out the race, So there you go. All right. Real quick, before we jump into our question of the day, man, we got to talk about one of my favorite topics real quick. We don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but man, the Kentucky Derby happened last week, and I forgot about it. We always pick the Derby
race. What a race!
I know, man. And see, we didn't make our picks this time because I totally forgot about it. But Rich Strike, the name of the winning horse. Rich Strike. Now listen to this, y'all. This horse was not even in the race, but they had a horse pull out, and they changed the rules 2 years ago to allow a last-minute substitution. So this horse got entered into the race on the day of the race. This dude was at 80-1 odds of winning the race. He was in 17th place coming down the stretch, past all those horses. The number 1 and number 2 favorites were in first and second place. He passed both of those chumps and ended up pulling the race out and winning it. And check this out. It was the longest odds for a Derby winner since 1913, y'all. 1913. Wow. Epicenter. Hold on a minute. Epicenter was the favorite. He finished second. And listen to this. We don't like to talk gambling on the show. This is a family-friendly show, a Christian show. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. At 80-1 odds, if you had put $2 on him to win the race, you would have won $100. Guys, y'all know I love the horse racing game. Your thoughts on this horse coming out of nowhere to win the Kentucky Derby?
Can I weigh in on this?
Go ahead, Stat. Go ahead.
Watching this on my phone because I'm not around the television. So when I was watching the end of this race, originally I picked on the race. I didn't gamble on the race. To be specific, I picked okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I picked him to finish in the top 3. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at it and I couldn't tell. I'm like, is he in second or third? They don't have, when you're watching a horse race, everything's happening so quickly. They don't have the little bars above their head like it's a NASCAR race. And then I just hear the announcers going crazy. And I'm like, what's going on? And then they're like, Rich Strike won. And I'm like,
Rich Strike, man. Rich Strike. And you know what? To be honest with you, when I saw that result, I said, well, maybe it's a good thing we didn't pick because nobody would have picked Rich Strike to win. No one would have picked that.
I got one question.
Yes.
Right.
Was he dark?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, I wouldn't have picked him then. Okay. Well, Big P, I think I got the solution to why this horse won.
Uh-huh.
I think we need to drug test this horse.
So you need to
speak on it, Big. Speak on it.
Yeah, because he might have missed the initial drug test because, like you said, he was an add-on, so to speak. So the drug testing people had probably already left, and they added him on at the last minute. Big P, from Aggie P to the world. Drug test.
Test the horse.
That's the play.
Hey, you need to make a T-shirt that says "Test the horse."
Test the horse.
Test the horse.
I mean, the odds just wasn't in favor of this horse. He just come out of nowhere like that.
Out of nowhere.
17th place.
Yeah, and on the final stretch. 17th on the final stretch. Hey, and the owner paid normally if you got a winning horse, you've paid like at least $1 million for him. Only paid $30,000 for this horse, y'all. They said that he's gonna stud him out and make millions off a horse that he paid 30. I heard this one guy say, everybody's talking about what cryptocurrency I need to get away. He said, no, just go buy a $30,000 horse. That's
there
your
you go.
All right, well, let's move on to our question of the day. So Thursday night, the NFL schedule is being released, and they do this silly thing where they release bits and pieces of it, over the days and weeks leading up to the schedule release, but they're putting a full schedule out Thursday night. That's when we'll find out all the Monday night games, the Sunday night games, the Saturday games that play at the end of the season, the Thanksgiving games, the Christmas Day games, all that stuff. We'll find out everything that is happening. So my question to the Tunnel Crew, because we talk NFL on this show a lot, but then we go through a dead period until the draft, and then things like this pop up, like schedule release. So my question to the Tunnel Crew is this. What are you most looking forward to, most excited about when it comes to the full schedule being released in 2 days? What are you looking forward to seeing? Is there anything that, gets your juices flowing when you think about this schedule coming out? I'm going to hand it off to you, let you take it and run with it. And you know what? Since Bird is so excited about his Eagles, he's already texted out who they're going to be playing the second game and all that stuff. We'll lead off with you, Bird. Go ahead and get it out there. Tell us what you're most excited about, what you're most looking forward to with this NFL schedule release.
Well, I'm looking forward to that specific Monday night game, but I'm really looking forward to seeing because we do play the Lions. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we're going to play the Lions on Thanksgiving, because they always somehow have them playing on Thanksgiving, or if we're going to end up playing our division rivals in Dallas on Thanksgiving like we did a couple years ago. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So you excited about Turkey Day?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not afraid you're going to eat that turkey and fall asleep on your boys, though?
Nah, never that.
So that's not going to happen.
Nah, this is a diehard Fly Eagles Fly fan right here.
All right. Stat, you were saying something?
I hope the Cowboys don't have to play the AFC West or Tom Brady. That's my hope.
Y'all, I think they. Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't. I thought they had.
I got some bad news for them, though, because we do have to play the AFC. I think it's the West. Which division that the Titans are in?
That's the South. That's the South.
The South. Okay. Yeah, that's the South. We have to play the AFC South, all of them.
That's manageable.
It's manageable, huh? Manageable. Okay. All right. So, I mean, but you're not looking, because, the Cowboys, I hear fans complaining, not Cowboy fans, but fans of other teams complaining every year. How did Dallas manage to get on Monday night and Sunday night that much,
Like they're not.
So you're not looking forward to seeing how many times y'all gonna be in prime time, since they seem to love you guys so much?
Usually when they put us on that at that time, I'm at work. So it's like
don't get a chance to see it, huh?
I like it's playing at 1:00. That's usually 1:00, maybe a 4:00 game on a Sunday. That's when I like to see us play. I like the Thursday 4:00 too. I like that.
Okay. Radar, your thoughts, my man.
You know what? The away games get my juices flowing. Yeah. I like to see what teams are playing away. And at what point in the season are they playing away, especially the midway point, when those games start counting? You know what I mean, Aggie P?
Yeah.
Dudes start coming up lame. Dudes start coming up big off the practice squad. And,
started getting cold.
Hey, ain't that what Rooftop used to always say? Wait till it get cold. That's
a running game.
Hey, Radar. I'll see you later this season. I'll see Aaron Rodgers later this season in Philadelphia. We'll see.
Here you go.
He said, there you go.
Here you go. And so we got them two studs from Georgia. Oh, we got something for you this year, Si.
So the road games for just period, or Green Bay's road games?
Road games, period.
Period.
I can't count on Green Bay at home or on the road. So I just look at all the away games.
Yeah.
That's where Aaron like to show out.
Yeah.
He don't like to show out at home. He like to lose at home in the playoffs, win their favorite.
He said, all right, Aggie P, what gets you excited about the schedule?
Nothing at all, Big T. I'm not a big schedule guy.
Yeah.
I might look and see if they're going to play the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
In Charlotte. Then I might, hey, need to get some tickets, but I don't really pay that much attention to it. It's because any given Sunday,
yeah.
I mean, you could be playing the last person, in the stats that week, and that person can upset you. So, I just look at it from week to week. Okay, we got Dallas coming up. Let's get ready for Dallas. See what we can do. Yeah, I'm just not I don't pay that much attention to the schedule. It doesn't matter to me.
Hey, spoken like a former football player, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the mindset of guys that suit up and play the game.
One game at a time. Man.
Yep. So you start looking ahead, and that's when you trip up and
exactly
stump your toe.
Can't wait to play Dallas. You look up, you go and play Dallas, you're 0-5.
You were so excited about Dallas, you forgot about the other teams.
Exactly. So yeah.
Okay, well
that's my take. I hate to go against everybody else, but hey, that's just the way I take it. I look at it.
But I like that. I like that you brought the player's perspective in. I also like that's sort of a Bill Belichick mentality, and he's a true blue football coach. I mean, you don't get any more of a football coach than Bill Belichick. So if he says, don't worry about the schedule, worry about the teams you got to play this week, then hey, that's a good philosophy. Right off.
Big T. And Big T, Aggie, real quick, he probably say the practice schedule is most important.
So
the practice schedule. I want to know how much time I got with you.
Daylight savings.
Right.
Well, the thing I probably look forward to the most when I get the schedule is the first thing I do is I want to see if Miami has, primetime games. So I want to see if they do. I want to see if they're home or away, and I want to see who it's against. Because, a team like Buffalo has had our numbers, especially since Josh Allen got there. They're like 7-1 against Miami, winning by an average of 19 points a game. So if we've got a Monday night game against Buffalo and it's in Buffalo, then I hate to say it, Aggie P, this goes against everything you say, but I'm putting that down as a loss. I'm like, well, we'll lose that one. Yeah. And, and I also look forward to like, late in the season, are we going to have to go to cold weather sites? Because, them boys from South Florida don't like their cold,
Right.
And then I say, okay, who's from a cold weather environment that's going to be coming to our place in December when it's going to be 80 degrees and they're going to be out there sucking wind. So, I look at stuff like that. So, yeah, I do have fun with it because of those reasons. But
right.
But other than that, I'm kind of like you, Aggie P. It's not a lot to it. It's just, hey, let's get it on. Let's go play the game.
Go play the game. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, catch us every Tuesday night live on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday night, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app, which is available on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, it is time for Stats Baseball Report and the wrap-up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
All right. Welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And Stats, give us a quick baseball update.
All right. So the National League West has proven itself to be a pretty stiff division through the first 30 days of the year. Each team has a winning record, including the Arizona Diamondbacks, who sit in last in the division despite sweeping the division-leading Dodgers, albeit half a game behind the Rockies. They can pitch really well. What they do really well is they get on base. And like I say, when you get on base, puts pressure on the pitcher, you pass the baton to the next man. He gets a hit. That guy gets a walk. You got 3 runs with a home run, 4 runs, home run. Happens like that in baseball. Their pitching staff's also really good at, like I said, the team game, handing the ball to the next man. The Pittsburgh Pirates, I overestimated their offense, but their pitching is still really good. They went 2-2 the last 4 days, and they beat the Dodgers too, 5-1 yesterday. Continuing, the division leaders in the National League so far, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Mets. In the American League, we got the Angels, the Twins, the New York Yankees. And I'm not going to make a prediction on the Yankees regarding the playoffs, but the Yankees pitching staff is just disgusting this season. It is nasty. I mean, you thought that the hitting was going to be the problem with the Yankees. It's the pitching. They could eat 100 games. I'm not going to make any more playoff predictions on the Yankees. I'm done with that. Some teams that are going to win some games, I'm going to say the Phillies, the Rockies will win some games based on their offense, and they play in a bandbox in the stadium in Colorado. The White Sox, and yes, the Red Sox, I think when they get Chris Sale back, they're going to find a way to win games. I think the Padres, the Giants, the Blue Jays, and Braves should be in the playoffs. Can't say much about St. Louis. Their offense is a little inconsistent and kind of spotty, but I think they can come around. But if they don't, watch out for those Arizona Diamondbacks and Pittsburgh Pirates. They could make a move and be in contention down the stretch.
All right. Thank you, Stats. We appreciate that. All right, let's move on to our
real quick,
sir.
BT, real quick, Penny B. Smith.
Yes.
Penny B3, excuse me, said what's up. Small Wonder said what's up again. And she said, Stats, we don't want to hear about your raggedy Dodgers. And
first place. Still
and she said, everybody please listen to Big T when he talk about his Dolphins, because he don't get to talk about them at home. So I said, okay, well, I don't know if I want to say that, but I'll say it.
Oh my goodness!
You see that looking in his eye he got, Big Aggie when he talk about them tacky Dolphins. I hope we play on TV so I can see us lose on TV and not, just by myself.
Boy, you crazy. Oh man. All right, well, let's jump on in here. So last week, it was a rough week for the Tunnel Crew because we all finished below 500. Everybody went 1-4, except for Radar. He went 2-3. And the reason that is because we said pick the team that was going to win the series or lead the series. We didn't, and this was kind of a misstep on our part. We didn't put a tie as an option. So since the Canes were tied, the Suns tied, You know, the Bucks, all these series tied. That's a loss for all of us.
Wait a minute.
That's a loss.
You can't challenge that. It's unchallengeable, Aggie P.
So Radar actually.
Where's the red flag on this?
Hey, Radar actually won with the Brewers. He picked the Brewers, and they had a winning week. And he picked the Warriors to lead the series, which they do. So he got 2 out of the 5, right? So he went 2 and 3. He won the week. Congratulations, Radar. Still below 500, but you did better than everybody else. Everybody else went 1 and 4. So the overall standings, Birdman, can you give us the overall standings, sir?
Romel is on top, 79. You are next with 76 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Radar has 75. Aggie P has 73. TP has 70. She's actually 570 and 70.
Mm-hmm.
I have 62. And Stats, you're bringing up the rear at 60.
All right. So there we go. All right. So the picks for this week were we're carrying our NBA picks. So since everybody predicted a winner, then that's holding true. So we're carrying that over the next week. If you're right, then you'll get a win instead of a loss for a tie. You'll get a win for picking the right team to win the series. So that'll be credited for 4 wins or losses next week. And then our other choices, we had to pick 2 of these 4 choices. NHL, between the Canes and Bruins, series is tied at 2. So there are at least 2 games left and as many as 3. Will the Canes win the series in 2 games, win the series in 3 games, or lose the series to the Bruins was your option? We got a WNBA game between 2 2-0 teams, the Las Vegas Aces versus the Washington Mystics, and they're both 2-0. We got a USFL game between 2 3-1 teams, the New Orleans Breakers versus the New Jersey Generals, and then our very own Carolina Cobras at 3-0. Travel on the road to take on the Orlando Predators at 1-2. And so I'll go ahead and start off the picks here. And I'm going to read the ones who aren't on tonight first. TP, she took the Canes to win the series in 3 games, and she took the Las Vegas Aces. And Bromel took the Canes in 3 games and the Washington Mystics. I took the New Orleans Breakers in the USFL and the Carolina Cobras to go 4-0. Birdman, give us yours, sir.
I took the Canes in 3 and the Mystics.
All right, Aggie P.
I just want to say a tie is not a loss. I took the Aces and the Cobras.
All right, stats, give us yours.
I think I have the Cobras and the Hurricanes in 3.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that leaves us with Blind Man Radar.
You know what? Thank you, sir. I'm going with the Aces up my sleeve and the Canes in 3.
Canes in 3. All right, it's time for your shut up and play or shout out candidates. We'll start with Aggie P.
Shout out to TP and Brother Mayor. What's up, guys?
There you go. Love it. Birdman, give us yours.
Shout out to TP for tuning in.
All right, Stats, yours, sir.
My shout out's going to be to the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Yankees because passing the baton works in baseball and in life, apparently.
All right, there you go. Radar, Charles, give us yours.
You know what? I'm going to go outside the box. My shout out is to Nisi Pfeiffer for keeping Birdman in line and making sure he graduates.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, and by the way, everybody on the tunnel crew for the NBA took the Heat, the Suns, and the Bucks. Me and Stats were the only ones to take the Grizzlies. So,
man, I feel dumb.
All right, and my shout out goes to our Carolina Cobras, our very own Carolina Cobras. They're 3-0 after beating the Jacksonville Sharks 53-48 last weekend at the Greensboro Coliseum. So we'll see if they can keep it rolling this week. For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For Birdman.
Whosoever believe in him.
There you go. For Stats.
Baseball season.
For Radar.
Never is the way.
There you go. I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying, no matter where you are, look up and know that your creator is there. Until next time, see ya, and we might want to be you.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.